How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Right before we begin, I have two quick announcements to make. One is that I'm doing a giveaway in this video of the Hog Mountain scenery, so if you'd like to win that, leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll pick the winner in 2 days' time from now on. And secondly, my clan High Times are hosting a 3v3 tournament with a $75 prize pool, so if you'd like to participate in that tournament, be sure to join our Discord server, which is where the sign-ups are. I'll leave the link to our Discord server in the pinned comments and also the description. So yeah, having said all that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. The attacks get better as the video goes on, so I hope you guys stick around. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Okay, so this looks like the actually looks like the double poison base, but it's actually tweaked with a rage spell comp, which kind of want to fireball it, but the fire spitters are looking this direction. So maybe I'll still fireball the scatter shot, trying to approach this from a different angle. I'm still going to do the same style of approach, I think. Like so. Lure the skellies over, and I'm going to flame flinger this bottom side because there's quite a bit of flame flinger value here. Let's see, hopefully... oh, rip. Okay. Well, that's quite annoying. We need to quickly snipe these out and place the flame flinger. Okay, nice. So I'm gonna do a couple of rocket balloons with that wizard tower because I need this warden to kind of step towards the town hall. And yet again, I am aiming for the scatter shot, which might seem a bit optimistic, but I think with a couple of Invis spells, with 3 Invis spells, we can hit that target. Although I'm not okay. Well, we should start. I'm gonna snipe this single with some rocket balloons, so I can save myself man, come on, town hall, go down, please. Let's do this. Okay. I mean, this is a very late fireball, but it's not something that I would usually do, but in this particular case, it's kind of worth it, I think. Let's keep the warden up, and I'm gonna place the RC from the other side. Okay, well, the warden actually wants to join the queen, which is fine. We've still got a lot of time. Flame Flinger's still alive, some troops in there, and yeah, that's GG's. Okay, we got this guy, this infamous Wind Trader, or allegedly, should I say. But in terms of fireball, I know this base, and well, it is tweaked. You can see these fire spitters are tweaked, I think. But I'm gonna fireball this mono, which 1, 2, 3, 4 should get the X-bow and the scatter shot. And one thing is that you have to make sure you pre-quake, just so that you don't get a full CC pull. I heard there was a witch in there. I got a partial CC pull, but yeah, I fireballed pretty quickly, so that didn't actually matter. See, I kind of want to pull this poison so it doesn't slow me down. Okay, nice. Okay, so the Warden is actually chosen the right direction. I probably should have Flame Flingered that top side. But actually Siege Barracks should work there as well, because there's no Ricochet Cannon, which, yeah, kind of shreds your P.E.K.K.A.s if you send Siege Barracks into a Ricochet Cannon. So I'm just gonna start my Siege Barracks, keeping an eye out on the Warden, double or another wall break when the Ice Golem pops out, or pops. And another wall break for this, hopefully this Inferno section. I will rage up the Warden here. And I'll pop the King because he's actually going around, which is quite annoying. Looking at this right now though, I feel like I'm gonna have to invest, yeah, the RC for that section. Freeze this. And let's take out this new defense. I think 4 Rocketloons is usually enough for the new defense. Yeah, the RC on the back end, swarm with Rocketloons, and yeah, GG's. Alright, we have this double rage base, which I usually just simply have the Warden charge from the bottom side, and I fireball this X-bow beside the Queen on the left side, and then I know there's a Tesla right here in between this multi-arch tower and the Ricochet Cannon, so I snipe that and have the Warden go towards the right side. So that's the plan, because the jelly is still going to be active during this fireball. I'm not gonna snipe this Tesla just yet. I should not have sent that rocket balloon because it might have triggered that rage tower, which you kind of want to avoid, honestly. You don't really want to... Okay, I'm gonna kill this Queen here. Okay, actually the Warden just goes towards the right side by himself, which is good. So now I'm gonna funnel this side a little bit. Don't want him to turn around. If he does, I will send a few rocket balloons onto the Ricochet Cannon. But it's all good. And I will also snipe this because I would like to create a funnel for this Warden to actually take out the Town Hall if possible. Okay, he's actually going towards the Town Hall, which is great. So, we're gonna rage him up, switch to Siege Barracks. Oh god damn, why rocket balloons? Oh my god. Alright, it's okay. I think the only thing is time now, honestly. That's the only issue we have at the moment, is time. I will invis the wood, or invis the King, just so that I can get a bit more value out of him. See, is it? I'm not sure where the single has locked onto, but I guess it's locked onto the. Man, that's rough. I mean, Jesus Christ, come on. I'll send the RC from here because I don't think there's enough firepower, honestly, if I just spread my damage around. And let's see, 2 Invis spells. Try to wall break that to let the Queen out. Man, Queen, come on, don't. Fuck's sake, dude. Okay. Still got this. I'm gonna do a little spirit walk here. Time is ticking, for sure. Okay, come on. 7 seconds, no. Man, those rocket balloons. No way this is gonna be a No, Skelly's... Oh, it's a 99. Okay, going on this base. Actually, I've seen somebody attack this base by fireballing this builder hut, which actually gets the both fire spitters, which is really good value, and obviously it gets the arch towers as well. So instead of flame flingering that side, which I did last time, I'll try out this method, which actually seems a little bit easier. I will, however, have to speed up the Warden by raging him up, I think. There's usually Teslas here, I'm not sure. Well, I guess this guy has moved the Teslas. But I will rage him up just so that he can get through this Tesla and the single. I don't think I need to even... yeah, nice. Don't need to freeze. And the jelly should expire. Okay, had to be quick there because I didn't want the builder hut to go down. Although, I think if it did go down, the next target would have been that new defense, which also would have actually gotten the value. So the Warden chose down, which is fine. I do have to pay attention to the sweeper because it is going to be quite annoying for my Warden. So I'm going to start the hero dive with the siege barracks a little bit delayed. I'm going to rage the Sui. Do have these 3 rocket balloons to kind of help the P.E.K.K.A.s because, yeah, ricochet cannons against P.E.K.K.A.s are a good defense against P.E.K.K.A.s is what I'm trying to say. Okay, that's sweeper. You can see the sweeper is actually coming in really annoying, but managed to save the Warden. I'm gonna do this real quick. How's that? I'm gonna try to save these. Okay, I'm a bit late on the second Invis on the Warden, which should be fine because we still have this world champion on the back end, and yeah, that's GG's and on to the next attack. Alright, so the audio was really bad on this particular recording, so I'm gonna re-record the audio, but with a live replay. And as you see, found stars, so I thought I'd hit the record button. And yeah, there's a ring base, not particularly designed to defend fireball, as you can see. So the plan was to fireball the scatter shot, which is kind of the obvious target, right? Where you can fireball the multi-inferno. But in this case, I just decided to go for an easy fireball, freezing over the ricochet cannon and the X-bow, which is always something that you have to do whenever you're facing 2 of those defenses. Or invising the Warden, both works fine, but I prefer to keep an extra invis just in case of a random Tesla that pops up that I have to invis. So just waiting here to let the jelly expire, and I set up the fireball like so with a double quake because... oh no, it was a single quake, yeah, I was thinking. Single quake because, yeah, obviously you don't need a double quake for most of the defenses, only the ricochet cannons and the clan castle. So, saved myself an earthquake facing the minion prince, and at this point, honestly, I don't mind where the Warden goes. He can go either top or bottom side, doesn't matter. I am sending in a few Rocketloons to try to trigger that poison spell tower, which I do so successfully. and at the same time they kind of act as cocoa balloons for the healers. And at the 1 minute mark, 1 minute 30, I start with my hero dive, as you can see from the other side where the Warden didn't choose to go to. Pretty simple approach on this base. Honestly, still have the CC to deal with, so I have to keep that in mind. But yeah, as you see, he has, I think he had archers with ice, yeah, archers with ice golems. The Warden is, yeah, there's absolutely no damage on the Warden here. And yeah, keeping an eye out on the Sui, I quake the left side with the RC. Cool trick to do, because yeah, if you don't need to use 2 earthquakes on your fireball, then you might as well save it for the Royal Champion to kind of give more value for your rocket spears. And yeah, as you see, this base is crushed, and yeah, on to the next attack. So I've also included some of my hard mode attacks from Esports, and as you can see, this base very susceptible to fireball value. All you have to do is basically land it on the multi-arch tower, which is what I'm aiming for. But one thing to note, in hard mode, even if a base gives a lot of fireball value, it does not mean that you're going to easily triple. So here I use Skelly Spell, which is really good for distracting these point defenses like ricochet cannons and X-bows, and especially heroes. So that's always the optimal use case of Jelly, or of the Skelly Spell with the Warden. And I'm hoping to set up a fireball where I use 2 Invis spells, so I'm gonna snipe this bomb tower in a second. Yeah, there it is. Now you can see I can set up a direct fireball using 2 Invis spells to the core. And I do just that. And I use 4 normal balloons to redirect my Warden, because I want him to go towards the CC side. And I have also an extra Skelly spell for the monolith that I've planned that my Warden will path to. So that's also a neat trick to use. Instead of 4 Rocketloons, if you're able to plan it out, or plan the attack out, just bring 4 normal balloons. They do the exact same job. So here I get a partial CC pool, which is terrible CC. You have archers, as you see there's a super minion as well, and there was a headhunter as well, so I had to use a poison there. I start my Sui with 130 remaining, early rage, just to get through this really compact defensive area on the left side. And as you see, at the same time I have to keep an eye out on the Warden, because there's Rocketloons coming out, which are just, yeah, they are just the most toxic CC you can face with a Warden. But I do manage to get through that, and I'm trying to funnel the heroes into this town hall if possible, but yeah, unfortunately they're just going all the way around, which it is what it is. I still have the Royal Champion. As you see, I use the Skelly spell on the right side for the Warden to kind of take care of that monolith, and I sent the RC, securing the 2-star, and at this point it's all about trying to get that backside of the defenses taken out and to get the triple. In hard mode, it's always very close on time. Even if your attack is perfectly executed, you're always going to be a little bit short on time, and it's usually not going to be a huge overkill. So as you see here, 16 seconds, I'm trying to place the troops down, and yeah, luckily we get the triple on this one. So yet another one of my esports matches, and again a base that offers a lot of fireball value in the core. The plan for this attack is to fireball this rage spell tower and have the Warden path to the right. So before anything, I start off by placing a few cleanup troops, or to set up the funnel, or start setting up the funnel for the Sui. And I place the Warden a little bit to the right hand side just so that I can path him towards the wizard towers at 5 o'clock, if you see them. And using a Skelly spell again, using a Skelly spell for point defenses like monoliths, ricochet cannons, all that stuff. Having a baby dragon as well snipe that ricochet cannon, very good value. So just staying patient here. Have about a few seconds left until the jelly expires, so staying patient here. I am planning for the Warden to take out the 2 wizard towers by himself, and then stall on that elixir storage that is by the left hand side of him. With him stalling at this elixir storage, I can actually set up the fireball and a triple invis fireball like so. As you see, I keep the elixir storage out of the invis spell because I want the Warden basically to anchor down on that storage while I set up the fireball. So all is good here. I get the fireball value and I have the Warden going down this right hand side. I'll probably use a few rocket balloons there, or maybe invest just a free spell. Yeah, it looks like I'll just invest a free spell there. And at the same time I'm doing the Sui. The king walks off a little bit, but there's nowhere else for him to go but for that Tesla and that queen compartment. Late siege barracks, because I really want the P.E.K.K.A.s to kind of move around the base, not go in with the heroes, because there isn't that much to deal with in this left hand side compartment. I will break the king in, and I get really nice e-boot and spiky ball value. At this point, well, honestly this looks pretty crushed, and it is. With that fireball that took out basically the entire core of this base, didn't really stand a chance even in hard mode. So for the final attack, this is actually the same base that Stars was running earlier on in the video. But as I was saying, in hard mode you do need a lot more fireball value because of the limited range of the fireball, plus the defense is just hitting much harder. So in this attack I'm aiming for the rage spell tower. And as you can see, I missed the free spell. I was trying to get the Royal Champion and this multi-arch tower together, so I end up basically wasting a rage spell, or wasting a free spell or a rage spell. But I'm trying to snipe these defenses. As you can see, I have 5 invis spells, so I'm prepared to use 5 invis spells if needed to set up this fireball. But this right hand side section actually goes down, which kind of saves me an invis spell. So once this goes down, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the fireball goes directly to the rage spell tower, which is great. I do have 4 balloons, which I wanted to use onto this monolith area to path the Warden there, but that Tesla actually pulled the Warden over, and I kind of swagged those 4 balloons. Those 4 balloons were really bad. I was trying to pull the Warden over to the other side. Obviously in retrospect that was just very bad play on the 4 balloons, because they were obviously going to go to the 12 o'clock side. But I go with it. Obviously can't do anything about it. 1:30, have to start the heroes. That ice golem unfortunately goes there, which isn't optimal. I would like it to go to this monolith to freeze it, so I take quite a bit of unnecessary damage onto the king here. We're breaking into the next section while the Warden is still dealing with the archers that were partially pulled by the 4 rocket balloons, or by the 4 normal balloons. And obviously I've run out of spells. I'm only 1 in this, and I do have to make sure I secure this town hall, so I'm kind of just waiting around on this Royal Champion, not yet using her, because, well, CC still has to be dealt with, as you can see. And yeah, the Warden is actually fairly safe. He can handle the damage of the Town Hall, so I just send the RC with 35 seconds remaining, which is a little bit late. I would recommend sending her at least like 45 seconds remaining in battle. I invis the Queen to try to, yeah, help save her for the cleanup, but as you can see, 16 seconds, very close, but the Skelly pops out, and the Queen is shooting walls. So 10 seconds, and unfortunately in this attack the time runs out and I end up getting a 99%.